Bama is dealing with the same issues that all the teams in college football are working through right now, and that's the transfer portal. And they've lost some of the future of this program in the portal over the last week. Justice Haynes, running back, Dylan Lonergan, quarterback. Now Devontae Smith has gotten into the portal. We talked about that. This isn't breaking news, but expect some more. We're going to talk about one guy that's coming to town to visit Alabama, former standout from Clay Chalkful, Mario Carver. Could he be a fit for the Crimson Tide? And what the transfer portal means now to college football. All that right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Let's get this thing started with a show. And it is great to see all you guys today, or at least for you to see me and me to wave at you. All right. What do you say, guys? Welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Remember, we are giving away 4 passes for Hinder, Tonic, and Fuel at Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi, December 28th. So we'll talk about that. And we got some winners. We're going to get some more winners. So make sure that if you're interested in that, you get in the comment section. Tell me why you want to go see the concert. You get 4 tickets, 2 hotel rooms, and buffets for everybody. What a great deal. All right, let's talk about this transfer portal. Bama's losing Devontae Smith, and I hated to see this because, I felt like Devontae Smith was really a big part of, Alabama's defense this year. I thought he was a really good player. He played the Husky position. He was the starter there. And that's like basically the name for the nickelback in Alabama's defense, right? Started 11 to 12 games on the season. Guy had 30 tackles, forced a fumble, had 5 pass breakups. He was on special teams, and just did anything that you wanted to do. I mean, like he was a big part of beating Auburn this year, and it's just kind of sad to see these guys go. It's a 20-day transfer window, but this is definitely not a guy that if you're Alabama, you wanted to see walk out of the door. You're not going to like to hear this, some of you guys. I know but it's the way that this game works now. You got to attack the transfer portal. And Alabama's going to do the same thing on the other side, right? So, we'll see what that looks like moving forward. There's also some spots where we're going to lose some guys to the draft. So that's on top of this. You got that big signing class that's coming in. And then, once you lose guys, you got to look and say, hey, well, here's what we need at the Husky spot, or here's what we're going to need at this or that. So, it's a fluid situation. And I've been told by a good source that there's some more guys that they expect to go. So that I don't know who it is, but I hate to hear that, but it's just part of it. It's part of it. I mean, it's just the way that this thing works now. And you got 2 choices. I mean, you can either be upset about it or you can embrace it. And when I look at what Nate Oats has done with the basketball program, I see that he's embraced it. Like, he's just said, hey, you know what? We're going to have a different team every year. We'll work through that. And, there's not, there's some returners, obviously Sears and Grant and, some other guys too, right? Sell, but he got injured. But then he went out and killed it with good players, and Bama beat Creighton Saturday. You can see them starting to come together going into SEC play. It's going to be a tough SEC with, Tennessee so good this year and Auburn so good this year, and, other teams that are good. But Bama's right there with them. Bama's as dangerous as any team. Don't be surprised if Bama doesn't win the SEC. And I know the whole season for them is going after this national championship, getting back to the Final Four and winning it this year. So I like the fact that they're kind of focused on that. But, kind of flipping back to football, you're just going to have to deal with the transfer portal. Now let's talk about Mississippi State wide receiver Mario Craver. He is a former Alabama guy, and I don't mean the University of Alabama. I mean, like, he's from Alabama. And he had offers from a ton of schools, 4-star prospect. And instead of going to Alabama, Bama was really hard after him. He decided to go to Mississippi State, did a year there. And now, obviously he's in the portal, and who knows, is this going to be as much about dollars and cents? Is it going to be about fit, finding the right place to play? It's going to be a different offense next year, one that I'm sure they're going to throw the ball a whole lot with Ty Simpson at quarterback. And Ty's put his time in, and it's going to probably be his job. Now, it's going to be a quarterback battle and all that stuff, but Craver is speedy. He's got some burst, and you've lost 3 wide receivers in the portal. So you got to replace those guys. You need some depth. You need some starters. And so maybe Craver's that guy. So it's exciting. Just kind of like with Kelby Collins, you see these guys that are from Alabama that left. They probably thought the whole time, hey, I want to be back and go to Alabama. I want to wear the uniform. Now, Jake Coker's talked about that on the Elephant in the Room podcast, that was kind of his deal at Florida State. He graduated from Florida State. That's how you used to have to do it. But he just always felt like something was missing that he didn't play at Alabama. So who knows? Craver may be that guy. Mississippi State certainly had a tough season. And, he'll go from Mississippi State to Alabama or wherever he picks. And I'm sure one of the things is money, but I'm sure the other part of it too is just being able to go play for a team that has a chance to win some games. And, Bama had, like I mentioned before, Collins took an official visit this past weekend. Freddie Roach working with him, trying to bring him in. We had Casey Concepcion, who was in town over the weekend, another wide receiver out of NC State, a transfer from there. So, maybe, Craver kind of falls in that same thing, the Clay Chalkful guy and someone that brings just a lot of speed. And, it was okay at Mississippi State. I mean, you score 3 touchdowns there on that team. I mean, they didn't score a lot of touchdowns. They were okay, but maybe he comes into his own and kind of leads the way, or maybe not. But Bama's going to have to embrace the transfer portal. DeBoer has done that, or he was before. Nick Saban isn't the head coach anymore. And these guys that would stick around just for him, they're not doing that. And everywhere you look, it's like a ton of guys getting into the portal. Nobody's ever happy with with the status quo, it doesn't seem like. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. I know it's disappointing. I know some of you guys can't stand it, but that's just the way that life is right now in college football. All right, here's the deal. 4 complimentary tickets to Hinder, Tonic, and Fuel at Silver Star Convention Center. That is December 28th, 2024. You can buy tickets and go check out the concert yourself. It's going to be a great show. You guys remember Tonic, Hinder, and Fuel. I mean, that's like 90s rock at its best. We're giving away 2 rooms, buffet, 4 complimentary tickets. And the thing that I said was, I want you to tell me why you deserve these tickets, and that you're going to go. So we've got, we're going to give away our first set. We got a second set. We'll give those away as well. But should be a great concert. Now, if you guys try to find that special, person to buy for, the Bama fan on your list, check out newlifeart.com. Use the promo code Bama Tailgate. Take advantage of the promo code Bama Tailgate. Go and get as much of the Daniel Moore art that you can, because it looks awesome. And I've got a whole wall of it right here. 20% off when you use the promo code Bama Tailgate, but you might want a calendar. They got the new 2025 fine art calendars out. Get one of those. You got mugs, you got all that stuff. Bama Tailgate at checkout, 20% off. Bama fans love this stuff. I mean, I'm just telling you, absolutely love it. So check it out there. All right. Thank you for hanging out with us. And, we'll keep an eye on what's going on and, start preparing for this bowl game and some other stuff too. And basketball. I mean, the fact that Bama basketball ended up, surviving that non-conference schedule really is something, man. Those guys are good. All right. Thanks. Comment section. Hit me up in there. Roll Tide, everybody.
River Resort.